Om Shanti. Although we are so far away in physical distance, but science has made us come so close to each other. And in this way, we can come more close to each other if our hearts also match. Today I've been given a very interesting topic by Canberra Center in Australia. Is there another way? Free yourself to be free. Yes, there is definitely another way. Another way to free the self from all that is happening in today's world. In this world of fear, anxiety, stress, distress, anger, jealousy, hatred. There is so much of chaos everywhere. And the result is that there is so much of sorrow too. This sorrow has actually made the lives of all people miserable. Human life is considered to be worth diamonds. Our life is worth diamonds. But today, human beings' life has become worth shells because we have forgotten the self, we have forgotten why we are here, we have forgotten from where we are, we have forgotten our purpose of life, we have forgotten our Supreme Father, and because having forgotten everything, this big mistake has led to so many other blunders. We have first of all forgotten the true self. Who am I? This question, which has been coming down since ages, has been forgotten. Even the greatest of philosophers, Socrates and Aristotle, asked this question: who am I? Who am I? Don't we know ourselves? If I ask anyone, who are you? Of course, he'll say, I'm a human being. And then further, he'll give his name, he'll probably give his occupation, probably his nationality, his religion, his language, whatever. But then, is that the real me? Because anything which is perishable, which is changing, which is transferring, cannot be called the truth. And therefore, we say we have to understand the truth. What is the truth? Truth is not that what we are seeing around us. Truth is not that this world has always been a world of sorrow and suffering. Truth is not that this world will always be like that. But the truth is that there was a time when there was peace, love, happiness, bliss, all the virtues we can think of present in this world. And this world was literally a paradise. Physically, you go anywhere near the seashore, you feel so good there because of the vastness of the sea. You look onto the sky, you see the vastness of
So we're just having a slight technical problem. If you'd just like to stay with the transmission. Shulu Ben will be joining us again in a moment. So just for the moment, we're waiting for Shulu Ben to just rejoin the transmission. So maybe we can do a maybe we can just do a short reflection exercise. It's a very interesting topic. Is there another way? And so maybe we can just do a short personal reflection on our life at the moment and what is it that we would actually like to do differently? Is there an aspect of our life that we would like to do in another way?
Okay.
So welcome back. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Shilu Ben.
Yeah, this internet is not really very helpful sometimes. Yeah. So I was saying that how this I and mine, these are the two doors to hell. If I say it won't be an exaggeration. For everything I say I and mine, I has led to ego and my has led to attachment and greed. So wherever there is I and my, this greed, attachment, ego always accompany. And the result of that is that we are neither able to stay happy ourselves, nor are we able to remain contented, nor are we able to give happiness to others. Because this is actually a devilish attitude. When I say mine is mine, and sometimes we say yours is also mine. And when I say yours is also mine, this greed becomes a very big vice in us and we become devilish in nature. And by hook or crook, I want to take or just snatch something of another one. So this devilish attitude is gradually growing because of greed and attachment. But then there are other humans who don't want anyone else's. They are happy with what they have. And therefore they say, okay, what is mine, and what is yours is yours. You be happy with yours, and I'll be happy with mine. Well, this is better than having a devilish attitude that mine is mine and yours is also mine. But then there is even another attitude, what we call as a divine attitude. And that divine attitude is that actually what is mine, what is yours, everything is ours because nature has provided so much for us. And we have to be happy not only with ourselves or what we have, but we have to share with others. And when we share with others, the blessings we get of others makes us so happy. So there is definitely another way to be happy. And that other way is to change your attitude. Because attitude is that which matters. And the attitude depends on our thinking. How am I thinking? What are my thoughts like? Because whatever I think, I'll become that. That's why there is a saying, you are what you think. And what you think, that you become. So, what do I wish to become? Do I wish to have devilish traits, devilish attitude, or do I wish to have divine attitude? Because divine attitude means actually nothing is mine, nothing is yours, it is for everyone. Or even higher than that could be everything belongs to that supreme being, the highest energy. It belongs to that supreme father. When we came into this world, we brought nothing with us. And when we'll go back, we won't take anything with us. All these physical things will remain here itself. We brought nothing and we take nothing. But definitely, what we brought was our fortune. And what we will take back is whatever good or bad we have done in life. Only that will accompany us. So we have to understand the meaning of life. What is life? What is the aim of life? Life doesn't mean to eat, drink, and be merry. That's not life. Because eat, drink, and be merry is good for sensual pleasures. But then what about the inner peace of the soul, the true happiness of the self, what we call as the inner contentment? And for that, we have to change our attitude. In order to change our attitude, we have to change our way of thinking, because our thinking affects our feelings, and our feelings affect our attitude, and thereby our vision, and thereby our awareness, and thereby uh, our words and actions and habits, and then our very personality, and ultimately that will lead to our fate. So, what type of fate do we want? What type of life we want? We want a life of peace and happiness. But the paradox of all this is that whatever I'm looking for outside is not there. Whatever I'm looking for is actually within me. When I say I'm looking for peace, I'm looking for happiness, I'm looking for love, I'm looking for bliss. Actually, it's not outside. Peace is not something which is just absence of sound. Peace doesn't mean that I have all the needs and the wants and therefore I'm at peace. Peace is not just physical. Peace doesn't mean that the whole world has to be peaceful and only then I can be peaceful. But peace starts from within. Peace is only one thought away from you. If you think you are peaceful, then no one in the world can make you peaceless. But if you think you are peaceless, then no one in the world can make you peaceful. This is how we have to understand what peace is. Because peace is not something physical, peace is the nature of the true self. And when I say true self, it means the self or the soul. Now, we usually say my soul, but actually, the real way to understand soul is that I am the soul. Because when I'm speaking, I'm looking, I'm hearing, I'm doing anything, who is doing it? It's actually the soul. So I'm a soul who is working through this physical body. And this physical body is only an instrument. Just like I'm using this instrument of iPad or laptop or computer, whatever you may call it. It's only an instrument. But then this instrument works when there's electricity, when there's internet. So it works only then. So that inner strength is needed. And therefore, we say this physical body is only external, it is made of matter. Matter is not meant for itself. They say that trees give fruit, but fruits are not eaten by the trees. The ocean has so much of water, but the ocean doesn't drink the water. So everything is meant for giving to others. Everything is meant for sharing with others. And therefore we say, who am I? When I say I'm this body, then I have many needs and wants and desires and whatnot. And then jealousy comes, hatred comes. Why this one gets more than what I have got? Why should I not get more? I have my rights. And all these things come. But then when I'm a soul, the soul doesn't need anything physical at all. This is it's the body which needs anything or everything of this physical world. What the soul really appreciates is love. You may give food to somebody, but if you don't love that person, don't give him with love, then maybe he will reject your food. You may give him a gift, but then you have that feeling of hatred in you. He will not even accept your gift. But if there is love and the gift is just a small thing, it's not something big, but the little gift will uh, be so loving, given in a loving manner, will actually make that person feel so contented. It's not only a big gift will make someone contented. And therefore something can be very little, but then if it is given with love, then that is accepted with love also. And therefore we have to understand that when I say I want peace, I want love, I want happiness. First of all, we have to understand who is that I. Because when I say I am this physical body, then peace would mean like death. You know, when somebody dies, we say, may his soul rest in peace, because his body is already in peace. But we still pray for the peace of the soul. And therefore, we say it's not the body which wants peace, because if I say I want peace and I consider myself to be the body, that means I want death. But I don't want death. I want to live. And I want to live peacefully. I want my mind to be peaceful. So, what exactly is the mind to? Mind is the power to think. And that thinking power is actually in the soul. So when I say I have a soul, actually I think I'm this body and I have a soul in me. But actually I am a soul in this body. It's not that I have a soul, but I am a soul, because I'm that soul which is working through the sense organs. If the soul wouldn't have been in this body, the eyes wouldn't see, the ears wouldn't hear, these lips wouldn't move, the hands and legs wouldn't move. Nothing. It will be like a dead body, a corpse. But then it's because of the soul, the living entity in this body, which is doing all the actions, which is also experiencing peace and love and happiness. Because anything physical, supposing I would say I want love, but what type of love? It's not that somebody just hugs me and kisses me and says I love you, that means that is love. Not necessarily. He may say externally in words I love you, but internally maybe he wants to kill him also. You never know. So what is going on inside him, that is his true nature. So, and therefore, we say, if I want peace, I don't have to look for peace outside, but I am a soul. And as a soul, my true nature is peace. Therefore, I want peace. If my nature wouldn't have been peace, I would not look for peace. But it's such a sad thing to say that what is actually within the soul, I'm looking for it outside. And therefore we practice meditation, because this is the another way. If I want to experience peace in life, the other way is not to look for it outside, but to look for it inside. It is inside the soul. every soul is an embodiment of peace. Just like we see in nature, every nature has its own religion, or we can say its own nature. For example, what is the nature of water? The nature of water is coolness. You may heat up the water, but afterwards the water will become cool again. Similarly, the nature of fire is heat and light. If there's no heat and light, even if the looks like fire, but no heat, no light, it's not real fire. So fire means that which has light and heat. Water means that which has coolness. Breeze or air is that which is always moving. If it's not moving, then its nature is not understood. So it should always be moving. And therefore, we say just as these five elements have their own nature, so too the nature of every soul is peace. The nature of the body is not peace. The nature of the body is movement. The body should be moving all the time. If I keep my fingers or my hands still on the table for hours and hours, there'll be numbness in my hands. There won't be any energy in my hands. I need to keep moving my fingers if I want to feel that energy in my hands. I need to be doing a lot of exercise in order to feel the energy in my physical body. And if I do not do it, I'll feel very, very weak physically. So soul is the opposite. The more the mind, which is, and actually it is a faculty of the soul itself, the more peaceful it is, the more silent it is, the more powerful it can become. But on the contrary, the physical body, if more active it is, then it becomes stronger. So physical body becomes stronger on more activity, and soul becomes stronger on keeping the mind in silence. So we say, how can I keep my mind in silence? Mind in silence doesn't mean that I have no thoughts. The mind can never be free from thoughts. We have to keep on thinking. Even if I say I want 1 minute silence, but in that 1 minute silence, I'm thinking. Am I not thinking? We observe silence for a minute, but in that 1 minute also, how many thoughts come? So many of them. In 1 minute, there are 60 seconds, and I'm sure at least 30 thoughts come in 1 minute, if not more. It's like one thought in 2 seconds. But then when we are stressful, everything changes. It's not one thought in 2 seconds, but it is two thoughts in 1 second, or maybe even sometimes five thoughts, 10 thoughts. And we become so stressful, we lose our peace. And therefore, we learn meditation, because meditation enables us to quieten our mind. Quiet in our mind doesn't mean that I have no thoughts, but quiet in our minds means to create positive thoughts. It's the negative thoughts which, increase of speed of it gives a lot of stress and anxiety. But the more my thoughts are positive, the less is the speed. And less is the speed of thoughts, the more is the peace within, the more is the silence experienced within. And therefore, the true other way in life now at this moment is to become peaceful within. The external surroundings, they will be the same. This world is going from bad to worse, no doubt. There'll be lots of triggers which can affect the mind. But then, if I'm aware that I am a peaceful soul, then nothing can disturb my peace. I am a loving soul. Nothing can disturb my peace. I am a peaceful soul. Nothing can disturb my peace. I am a loving soul. Nothing can disturb my peace. So, this is the way in life.
As you can see, we're just having a few little difficulties with the link today. So we'll just wait for Shulu Ben to join us again. So while we're waiting, let's just do a small reflection exercise. Coming into stillness, relaxing into my body, but remembering my original nature is to be peaceful. Coming back to a place of stillness, a place of silence, eyes open, focusing on the point, remembering that I am a point of living energy, pure and concentrated consciousness. Eyes open, focusing on the point, coming back to a place of peace. There is another way to be peaceful. I don't need to be on holidays. I just need to give my mind a holiday. Slowing down my thoughts, relaxing my mind. Just becoming aware of the peace that is my original nature. When I let go of the busyness in my mind, let go of the stress, I come back to a pure place of peace. In this peace, I'm free to be myself. There's nowhere else I need to be, nothing I need to prove. It's just very natural, very easy. Free of any tension, free of the roles that I play. Very simple, very natural. Eyes open, focusing on the point, reconnecting with this peaceful energy that is me. I am light. I am peace. So now just bringing your awareness back into the physical.
Hello?
So welcome back, Shirley Ben.
Yeah, the net is very weak here. Yeah. So as I was saying that what we do in meditation is that whenever there is stress all around, too many waste thoughts, too many unwanted thoughts, just withdraw. This is the way you have to choose another way. Just withdraw because you cannot change the situations. The situations are actually going to become worse and worse now. They're not going to get better. And therefore, we cannot change the outside situations, but we can definitely increase our own resilience. We can increase our resistance power. Just like for corona nowadays, they are saying, no, it's actually a virus, but virus is in everybody, but then why does this virus attack? Because our antibodies are not strong, our immune system is not strong. So what is more important, right? Rather than fighting this virus, we have to just increase our inner immune system. In order to increase the immune system, to make this immune system stronger, we need a lot of other things which we have to eat. So that's for the physical body. But for the soul, it is our thoughts which need to change. In every situation, we can change our thoughts definitely, because we always have a choice what to think, what to think at this moment. We give a very interesting example of a half filled glass. Now it is up to us to think whether it is half full or half empty. So in every situation, we always have a choice, and we take the positive choice definitely for everything. We say there's a benefit in everything. Whatever happens, happens for a purpose. Whatever happens is actually the right thing to happen. It has a reason, it doesn't happen just like that. So we understand the reason, we understand its purpose, we understand the benefit behind that, and keep our mind very, very peaceful. So we don't have to look for peace outside. Peace is within the self, and I am an embodiment of peace. So when I meditate, I just withdraw myself from the external surroundings and become peaceful. And I consider myself to be a soul seated at the center of my forehead between the two eyebrows. And I'm a star like entity, very subtle, very, very powerful entity, having all the values I can think of. They're all within me. I'm a living being. I'm immortal. I was never born and I will never die. I cannot be cut by any sword. I cannot be made wet by water. I cannot be burnt by fire. I cannot be made dry by air. These physical um, parts of elements, they cannot affect the soul physically, because I am an eternal, immortal, imperishable, indivisible, and invisible entity, a soul. So when I'm meditating and I want to experience peace, I just go within, you know, just like a tortoise, how it withdraws from the external surroundings and takes in its limbs, its hands, its legs, its head, and just becomes like a hard piece of shell, rock type. And how it can stay there for hours and hours. So too, I can just withdraw from the external pulls. I'm not the eyes, I'm not the ears, I'm not this mouth, I'm not this hands, I'm not these legs, but I am a soul, and I just make myself be seated between the two eyebrows as a point of divine light and mind. And I'm the master of my senses. If I don't want to see, I will not see. I don't want to hear, I will not hear. I don't want to speak, I will not speak. I don't want to use my limbs, I will not use them, because I'm their master. This physical body is only an external covering, that's all. And I'm the master using this. It's like a costume. We say, Shakespeare very rightly said, this world is a stage and we are a respective roles. So an actor that type of costume, which I the about his own role. His role shows what he has to do. He plays his own role well. and he doesn't criticize anyone else's role. He doesn't pinpoint their mistakes, but he just sees himself and corrects himself. So this is what we have to do. So the first part of meditation is when I become aware of my true nature, and then I say to myself, I am a peaceful soul, and I actually am not part of this world. We say we are all guests in this world. We are all actors on this world drama stage. So a stage is not the home of an actor. He comes from his home to play a role on the stage. And when his role is over, he has to go back. So too, we are souls who are actors on this world drama stage. And our true home is beyond this physical world, beyond the five elements, beyond this world of sound. It is the sixth element of infinite golden red light, what we call as a soul world. And that land is the land of peace, absolute peace. Here in this world, there could be relative peace. You go to a place where there is no sound at all, you'll say, oh, how peaceful it is. But even otherwise, if you go to a place where there's lots of sound, whether internally, if you are at peace, you will not be disturbed by that sound. But internally, if you are peaceless, then even if you go to a place where there's no sound at all, you will still be peaceless. So it's all within you. If you are at peace with yourself, you'll feel everything at peace with you. If you are peaceless within, then you will feel that everyone is peaceless. So this is how our thinking works. And therefore, in meditation, we have to change this consciousness. Very, very important to change this consciousness that no one else can give me peace. Peace will come only with my own thinking. And therefore, I am a peaceful soul. I reside in the abode of peace. And actually, I'm the child of that ocean of peace. My Supreme Father, the Supreme Being, the Supreme, uh, the truth, what we call as, that one is the Supreme in existence, and therefore that Supreme is my Father, who's the ocean of peace. And if I am a peaceful soul, I'm a resident of the abode of peace, and I'm the child of the ocean of peace, I can never, never be peaceless. No. Peace, peace is part of me, it is within me, it is my very nature. And when I say this to myself, I'm able to finish all my negative thinking, my waste thinking. And even if the situation is very tense, and I become very, very peaceless, but at that time I can just let go. We give an example of a bird, how a bird comes down, it moves on the ground, but then when it has to fly, it takes only a second for him to fly because it has wings. That bird has wings. So too, every soul is like a bird. We have wings, the wings of zeal and enthusiasm, the wings of self-realization, the wings of our self-awareness. So with those wings, we can just go beyond. We say, let go. When you let go, everything is, you are freed from everything. But today, because we are so body conscious, we have bound ourselves in this prison of this body consciousness, which has led to all the vices, and the result of that is sorrow. So if we wish to be freed from us, from all this, I have to free myself from body consciousness. Only then I can really be free from sorrow and distress and mental sufferings. So just withdraw, become soul conscious. I'm a soul seated here in the center of the forehead, and like a bird, just let go everything and fly beyond the five elements into the sixth element of infinite golden red light, and consider yourself to be a very, very peaceful soul residing in the abode of peace, and everything is so peaceful around me. Even if things are not peaceful, but my thinking is of peace, and therefore those peaceless situations will not disturb me or make me peaceless. And this is how our thinking should be. Only then we can feel that yes, life is bliss. Life is true happiness. Life is true peace. Life is not sorrow or suffering. Life is not, we are losing and being making it word shells, but life is word diamonds. So living in this sorrowful world, living in this peaceless world, we can still become internally and very, very peaceful, very, very divine, very, very strong, and we can face all these situations very, very easily. So this is the first stage in meditation where we have that awareness of the true self. So please, I should suggest that do not look around for peace. Do not ask for peace, but peace is within you. Just have thoughts of peace. Do not ask for love. Love is within you. You are an embodiment of love. Give peace, give love. All these qualities are within you. And the more you share them with others, the more you will experience them in you yourself. So don't ask for them. You cannot get peace on asking. You cannot get love on asking. But you are an embodiment of peace and love, and share that by seeing everyone as a soul, each one as a peaceful soul, a loveful soul, and you'll feel that how this world is getting better and better. This is what we need to understand. So I would suggest that whenever any stressful situation comes, just withdraw. Withdraw from the external pulls. Nothing belongs to me. I am a soul. I am peaceful. I go beyond all that and free myself from all these pulls of greed, attachment, jealousy, hatred, and just be by myself as an embodiment of peace and love and happiness. So when I understand this, I automatically become peaceful. So this is the way we have to really go beyond. So with these words, I wish to just go into silence, and whatever you have heard, just contemplate on that, and you'll feel that peace is not far away from you. It is only one thought away from you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Karana. So let us sit in silence. Go within. Ask yourself, who am I? Why am I? What is my purpose? And I get the answer from within. I am a soul, a peaceful soul, a pure soul, a loving soul, a blissful soul, a happy soul, a powerful soul. I reside in the abode of peace. This world is only like a guest house. My abode is the abode of peace. My Supreme Father is the ocean of peace. I'm surrounded by peace all around me. My mind is at rest. How peaceful I am. I have now realized my true nature. My true identity. I'm immortal. I'm eternal. I was never born and I will never die. I was, I am, and I will always be a soul, peaceful and loving. Be lost in these thoughts, and your soul will become so powerful, which will help you to face any adverse situations in the world. You will remain unaffected, unperturbed, undisturbed by anything. And gradually, now come back into the physical body. On this field of action, and perform your responsibilities with that love and devotion, without any attachment or greed. Filling yourself with peace, love, and still fulfilling all your responsibilities. This is what meditation teaches us. So that's what we need now. This is the need of the hour, to make ourselves strong, stable, undisturbed, unshakable. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.